Wait, we were living
We
in Florida
went
already.
we went to 2002. I think all of us, me, you, and Ray. But the first 2001, I think me and Ray went.
Is that the one that we met Jaromski in them, 2002?
Yes,
That's the
we met
Jaromski and
Jerome
Twix and
Ski. Yeah, yes, Twix. Everybody was out there. Everybody. Oh man, Omar. Shout out to
but
Omar.
that's
Don't.
2002. That's the second time you went to prawns, right?
Yeah, that was the second time. Omen was there. Yeah, there was because I actually got
Is
some
that
pictures of that.
the year you met DJ Lacey, or was that the year
Yes.
before?
No, I met DJ Lacey 2001, and
After.
we exchanged emails and stuff, and then he started like we were sharing music back and forth, and that's how I actually built my collection for music was from DJ Lacey. So shout out to that man right there. Passed away,
Rest in peace,
Lacey,
man. One of the best freaking
one of the
he
dopest DJs for b-boying the scene, like underground. I feel like he was the for me.
The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Flash Talks, history worth listening to. I go by the name of Flashback, and tonight we have another special person in my life. One of my brothers that traveled the world with me. We were doing shows with Curtis Blow. But let me introduce you, Anthony Canelos, aka B-Boy Ozone, born in New Rochelle, New York. Started house dancing at 14 years old, and then got introduced into the nightclubs at 16. Man, he was in the nightclubs at 16, maybe with a fake ID, who knows? Where he was a regular at Club Tunnel, Limelight, Webster Hall, Sound Factory, Area 51 up in upstate New York in the early 90s. That's right. Started breaking around 97, 98. Then a few years later, started doing shows with the legendary crew, the New York City Breakers, and Curtis Blow as well, where it got him a lot of opportunities to work with more legends in hip hop, house, and freestyle. Years later, he moved down to Florida where he kept developing his skills training with top Florida B-Boys. At the same time, Ozone started stunt riding and currently living in Southwest Florida, where he built from scratch a handyman business for remodeling homes. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for B-Boy Ozone. What up, what up?
What's up, brother?
What's going on, man? How you doing, bro?
Good man, chilling. Just got back from New
Man.
York.
Oh, okay. You got back from New York. You were doing the whole Christmas thing?
Yeah, with the family.
How was that up there?
Cold, brother. Not used to
How
that no
cold was it,
more.
man? How cold was it?
-10, man.
Nah, are you for real?
Yo, it froze. Last week
Negative 10?
froze.
Oh my
You could not go
God.
outside at
Aren't you
all.
happy you're back in Florida right now?
Bro, as soon as I hit the Florida State, the sweaters came off, everything.
Oh my God. So first of all, what I'd like to do, first of all, welcome to the show. Thank you for taking the time and doing this with me. You're one of my brothers for a long, long time. We did shows together, we battled together, we were clubbing together, we were doing a lot of things together, man, in the 90s. And you're part of my past and my present as well, and hopefully the future. So this is what I like to do. Look around the screen and tell me, what do you see?
See, we got an MC, graffiti artist, DJ. We got it all. We got
Well, you
us.
what's that up there in the blue and the red? You forgot one thing.
No, it's the B-boys, B-girls. You know,
The B boy and the B girl. Now,
of course, my
usually they
brother.
say
That's what it's always about.
There you go. There you go. So you got the four elements. They say there's a fifth element. Do you know what that is?
That's us, brother. All of
Us,
us.
us. Okay, all of us in the sense of our history, the things we've done together, just everything, and each history of each element, basically the story of each element. So now, one of the reasons why I like to do the show is to pay my flowers. Now we're here living, life is short, man, and we just gotta just make sure that we honor and respect and show love to the people that have been around in our lives. You're one of them, so that's why I got you on the show. And I want people to know who you are, where you came from, what you did in your life, and what you're doing now, and where you're going. So we're gonna get into it right away because you got places to go, things to do. You got a full business, and I know right now you taking away from your business to do this. So I appreciate you on that. But first of all, the question is, how were you introduced into the hip hop culture? Like, I want you to tell me the beginning. Let's say Ozone around 14, like when you kind of started house dancing, because I mentioned in the intro, before you even saw breaking, hip hop, or anything. Talk to us about that time. Like,
I first saw it from my sister. My sister was into Michael Jackson and the moonwalking and wave and all that stuff. So doing the backspins and little six step, and that's kind of where I first started seeing it. After that, I started catching it from movies, and believe it or not, one of them was Cool as Ice with
oh, I remember that.
Vanilla Ice. And if you see in the beginning of the movie, they always have the freestyle guys, so it's like just one shot move. That's all it was about back then. One hits. Not 10-minute rounds. It was just one hits. But that back then it was freestyle. So
Okay,
and
like around
I
what year you think? What year? Like, how old were you? What year?
um probably I was 16, so I was that 96, 95, 96.
Oh, so you in the 80s, what were you into in the 80s? Because I know it was very popular, the whole breaking scene, the disco era, the freestyle era.
Oh
Like
yeah.
you weren't
E-
introduced into, you started seeing your sister doing like little footwork and backspins and little things like that when you were really, really young, or you saw it later on in the 90s?
no, when I was young, I was probably I'm sure at least 6, 7 years old, because that was their time. They were teens at that time, so it was that era for them. I was just catching glimpse. I didn't know any of that or what was going around or that even existed.
Okay, so you saw it, but you didn't even know what that was, right?
No, because my father came to this country, from Greece, and he lived a hard, rough life and very tough, and had one of the biggest fur businesses in New York, and we were very protective of each other. So I wasn't exposed too much to the outdoors until I was like, in my teens. That's when I just started going out, going on my own, and I started really seeing everything from there. And I
So
was like,
now,
oh,
now, in the intro, I mentioned that you got into house dancing first before even breaking or getting into anything with breaking.
yeah.
So how you got into that? Like, talk to us about from your house dancing days. I'm gonna assume you were already going to the clubs, and I met you in the mid 90s, like at Tunnel, and I met you throughout the nightclub. So I know you were younger, but how were
Yeah.
you getting into these clubs, man, at 16 years old?
Hey, $20 will get you in anywhere those days.
Okay, okay. So you
That's
come
how it
from
was.
upstate New York and you go to the city. You go to the clubs. Like, how who introduced you to the clubs?
Well, Rockland County is not like upstate New York. It's just anybody from Manhattan or your areas, they always consider it upstate because it's up more. We're actually kind of center. So it was like 30 minutes for me to get to the Bronx or to Manhattan or to Westchester or to Jersey. We were like center.
Okay, okay. So
Like,
Rockland County, isn't that, is that over the Tapestry Bridge?
yeah, where Nyack is, where it's kind of like a little bourbon type street place.
And that's the reason why us New Yorkers, like from the city, we like, once you go over the Tapestry Bridge,
Yeah,
we already think, oh man, that's upstate New York. But I
yeah.
know because I went to your house a couple of times and it wasn't that far. But for us, it's still considered
Well,
upstate New York.
Brian B-Boy Savage, that he was upstate.
Yeah, where was he
Danny.
at? Because I know he was a little bit up there,
Um,
and Danny, the other
they were
Flash.
they were going back and forth to Middletown and Newburgh. So they were upstate.
Okay, so talk to us about from your house dancing days, how you got into like learning about breaking. Like, what was a glimpse? Of just talk to us about it, what you can remember,
Yeah.
like the breaking part. Who you saw doing it as an adult already, like as a teenager.
All right. Well, at the time, I didn't know about breaking one and two and all that with the ozone and turbo and any of that stuff. So what happened was my buddy was a house dancer. He was taking me to all the clubs in Rockland and over Tappan Zee in Jersey, and we would it was mostly just house dancing. But then there was one club in Rockland, and the DJ there, he would every time he would see us dance, he would say, "Oh, it's ozone, ozone, turbo, ozone." So the name kind of stuck from there. But I still wasn't into the b-boy at that time. It was just a name that got stuck to me. But then at one time, I went to the tunnel for the first time, and that's
Okay,
what.
talk to us about that. I want to
Yeah.
hear the story about the tunnel when you went over there.
First off, we got to the tunnel right off the bat, $20 just for the bouncer to walk in because that's
Was
how it
that
was
when
there.
Vin Diesel was working there? Because I
Yes,
remember seeing Vin
he was
Diesel as a
bouncing.
bouncer,
He was bouncer there.
and he
He was a
went by Vinny, Big
yes,
Vinny.
yes. He was a b-boy too.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
was.
he
He
was like
was.
kind of like popping, joking around, and
Yeah, he
I,
was a
I
b-boy
know he
too.
did it back in the day. It's actually a video. I'll probably put it right now as we speak, and back in the days he used to do it. But so talk to us. So what happened? You
All right.
got there. You give
So
him
I got there,
$20. You go in.
got in. You're walking into the place, and when I say your hair on your arms, brother, would stand up, the energy that came from that place, I have never felt anywhere in my life, brother. The most realest shit you would ever feel was that. That's how you know the people that surrounded. It was all love. It was all about the dance. Everybody's just having a good time. Different world. But yeah, so now you'd walk in that place and just, the music's so loud, whatever. And, I'd be in there and I'd checking out the rooms and a lot of circles with house dances, whatever. But then all of a sudden, I see a big group of guys and people by the bar, but right by the bar by the tunnel. So now these guys, I'm looking, I'm like, holy shit, man! I'm talking fucking flipping, spinning, head spinning, like, and I didn't even know what half this stuff was. I was so amazed. But what amazed me more was the reaction they were getting from the people. When I saw that, I got drawn. It was it. I said, by next year, I'll be there dancing with these guys. And sure shit, next year, I was dancing with all of them.
Now, who are those people you saw? If you can
So
remember,
now,
the first person you saw that you were like, "Whoa, what the hell am I watching?"
these were the first people that really started me just as a look, glance, and whatever. Cyclone, Mighty Mike, Tony Bones, Daoud, Magic, Saturn, Quest, Bambino, you. We even have Demir. There was Vinny. And I'm sure there's just a few more at the time. But it was
Now
always a
that's
small group. And
that
then
night when you
the
saw
main
them.
head guy, that I want to give respect to, and a shout out is to Andre Snaps, the guy that was always around everybody, protecting everybody. He passed away, but
Yeah,
God
rest
bless
in
to
peace,
him,
Andre, man.
that man.
Yeah, Andre was he was always a good guy, man. Always cool, humble, respectful. Shout out to Andre wherever he at in this universe or infinity universe that we live in. Now, when you went to that cipher and you're looking at this, do you remember who was exactly the first person you saw doing something that you were like,
Yeah, the first person I saw was Mighty Mike,
Miguelito,
uh,
Mighty Mike?
Miguelito.
Now,
Nothing
was he
in
head
this
spinning?
world.
Did he have his
Yes,
helmet?
he had his one whip and his bicycle, and he was out, 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 out. People don't understand the levels that shit was at back then that they think didn't exist. No, it existed. It existed, just wasn't shown
So
because
will you
we didn't
say?
care about being shown. We cared about the dance, the vibe, the energy. That's what it was about.
So now, do you remember Miguelito when he's throwing down? He, will you say 97, 96, 98? What year you think?
Um, Probably 97.
Okay, 97. So
Let's say around
so we're in
97.
97, you see Miguelito, and then it gave you this feeling like, yo, I need to do this. Now, after that, you leave the club. I'm gonna assume who you went out there with, by the way.
Um, was my boy Lee. I don't know if you remember Lee. That was the other one they were calling him Turbo, bald head.
Oh, that's why they were saying Turbo and Ozone, joking around to ya, and
Yeah.
then Ozone stuck to you.
Yep.
Okay, so now, you once you left that club, did you get in touch with anyone? Did you start talking? Like who were your mentors, your teachers at that time? That then they started helping you out over that whole year. That then you came back and you into the cipher.
Um, like Daoud kind of took me under his wing.
Okay.
Magic, I always liked and respected because for me, Magic was that type of dancer, like the all around house, B-boy, freestyler, it was just whatever fit the moment, done. That's that's what I liked. That's what drew me more to it because it was a different energy, a different love for the dance, not just the battle part. We love that shit too. But in the club, it was so versatile with everything. It didn't matter what dance you did. You know what I mean? It was respected. Where in a b-boy cipher, it's not respected.
Yeah, it's a different
Different,
because it's more territorial.
yeah,
This you gotta come correct with skills for other b-boys to give you
yes,
props and b-girls. But this one is like it's all about you throwing down and representing, and everyone's gonna show you love, whether you're not good or you're really dope. Like it's that love that people are giving you because
yeah.
you don't know people.
It made me find a drive in something, that made me want to do something. You know what I mean? So, and it did. I always had a drive to push and push and push to, whatever I did. But it was something that I could do for me. And that's why, I fell in love with
Dope,
it.
dope. So Daoud was one of your mentors helping you out, and you saw
Dawood,
magic. And was he helping you? Who else can you remember that was even giving you pointers, telling you things? Like,
Quest, B-Boy Quest, White Boy, Saturn, and then Ray. That's when I met Ray Bambino, and we just linked. We kind of clicked real fast, man, and it's just like a brotherhood started from there. And he started taking me to the practices. I met Speedy. Speedy saw the look, and it was a wrap. He saw dollar signs. So there you go, and that's how it kind of started, bro. Like he didn't want us battling. He didn't want us involved in all that. He
he
wanted
wanted you
us to
guys to do
shows. He
shows.
wanted us to be performers because it's not just whatever. If you have a look and you can sell yourself, yo, that's money. It makes money. So I understood. I didn't know the business side or anything back then. I just signed whatever the dotted lines, but that was my choice. You know what I mean? I made that choice, but and I it was a great
So
time.
so so he saw your skills. He saw that you're a good looking guy, young, and not only that, you were learning how to break. You were learning how to break. You started getting better at it, and he's like, "Man, this guy got potential. We need this guy for shows." And then, boom, it goes to that, right?
There you
All the
go.
way there. Now,
The
now,
dope
talk to us
picture,
about that. Like that's you all the way with the number 19.
man.
That was a photo shoot.
First,
You see Kid
sh-
Freeze there.
shout
You
out to
see
Lucky
on the
Strike,
top,
man.
rest in peace, Lucky Strike,
Shout out
man.
to Lucky Strike. That's a good brother right there. That man took me to his place. Unbelievable, unbelievable what he had in
What
that
what
place.
what happened? Talk to me.
It's a museum, brother. That man inspired me to collect.
Okay, and that's why I
That's
see the
why I collect.
background.
Yeah,
I
that's
see in
why I
the
collect.
background. Let me do a little zoom with it. Boom. I see that the train station. Is that like a subway?
Yeah, that's a six
Okay.
foot metro subway.
Okay.
That
Okay. And
that soon
I see
I'm
the
gonna have that
back.
graffitied up.
I see the back to Mecca poster over there,
Yeah, yep,
over your left shoulders.
yeah,
Man, can you pick it up and show it a little bit closer
yeah.
to us? Cause that looks official, dude.
I'll pull the
That
small one. It's the same thing.
Oh, that's the same one. Okay,
That's the
okay.
same one.
Oh, you got a small one and a big one.
Yeah,
Oh man, look at that. Yo, that's like a movie right there. The New York City Breakers. That was in
yeah,
1998. Dope, dope. So yeah, so Lucky Strip got you into like collecting and as I can see, you got the train, you got the graffiti jacket that says
yeah.
Ozone. Is that wait? Is that a wait? What's the movie? Crush Groove on the other side.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's an original Crush Groove poster.
There you go. There you go.
I got a lot of posters. I just haven't hung anything up yet.
So you showed up to Lucky Strike's house, and then you're there, like you couldn't believe what you were watching.
Me, I never really talked much. I just looked and whatever, and he was always nice to me. And
What was going on through your mind while you were
I was
looking around?
just me. It's like every time I would go into one of these buildings, or when it was new for me because you know what I mean. I'm from the suburbs. I was brought up in a in a
A good
lavishly light
family home,
yeah, a good family
you know.
home, and I was around you know some part side of it, and then but it's just I wasn't exposed to it, so it's
So you're there quiet inside Lucky Strike's crib.
yeah. I'm just like,
Who were
oh,
you there with?
it was me, Ray, and Speedy. Me,
Okay,
Ray, and
so the
Speedy.
three of y'all are there and you're watching this quiet, like
Oh yeah, bro.
wow.
It was
So
amazing.
what stood out? What stood out the most? Because I can remember his apartment like
I always
now.
remembered the Zulu bead. Like he always had a lot of the the Zulu beads and all that. Like the glasses. He always had tons of those glasses, brother. A lot of pictures, a lot of memorabilia, man. Stuff from like times like you wouldn't even thought existed. So,
Amazing, amazing. And he had that B-boy look, right?
oh yeah, he was official, bro. He was super official, man. He was official.
So shout out to Lucky Strike, man.
I was very lucky. I was very, very lucky to be brought in. You know what I mean? For someone coming from nowhere that didn't even come to that side of the culture or anything. They brought me in with mad love. So that's why I felt like I had another family. You know what I mean?
Nice, nice.
That's how I looked at a lot of people. You know what I mean?
Now you started learning and started learning more and started doing shows. And I know you ended up traveling with us with New York City Breakers at that time and doing
Oh yeah.
battles. I There was so much things you did, like I remember. And if you could go back to being a rookie, what would you tell yourself and why? Like if you could go back to, like, let's say little Anthony back then, like you're little Ozone, and you
Yeah.
see yourself and you're like, yo, what would you tell that young beginner that's starting to like take off doing shows and breaking and all that? What would you tell them?
Uh, that I shouldn't have been a stubborn prick. I was a dick then, man, and it's just that's the way I had to be because I was around new surroundings and I didn't know nobody, and it's just I had to have a guard up 24/7. That's just the way I was brought up. That's the way I was raised. I'm born a fighter and I'll die a fighter. But that's why I just that's why I don't know if I changed it because on some ways I'm like that today because I have kids, so I'm protective now again twice. But nah, I the only another
Would
thing
you say that?
I would tell myself though to shut the fuck up more and listen a little bit more back then. That's for sure, brother. That's for sure. And
So I had to.
you can even vouch for that one. Sometimes even back then, I was a wild motherfucker, man.
Okay, so now do you think it had to do with the way you got raised, that maybe your dad put some sense in you for you to be protective in the sense like don't trust that person, don't trust this person, basically don't trust anyone. So you go into this b-boy scene and now you seeing all this love shown, but you're like, yeah, I don't know about this, man. There's a catch to this. You always felt like you
Well,
had to have your guards up.
yeah, but I always try to, you know what I mean? I always try to find the right people, that whatever. And I did in some sense. Some were very distant and, maybe the same way I was, and I didn't know, I didn't know how people were at that time. So I took it as, oh, if you don't want to talk to me, maybe you don't fucking like me, whatever. It is what it is. But you saw the people we fell around with, Too Sweet, Chino, we were all always together, bro. Me, you, Ray, Brian, the other Flash.
Yeah, so now you will say not to basically be stubborn in the sense like listen more, humble yourself more, so then the things that are being taught to you, you can literally like learn it and be like, ah, because like you said, you have your guards up, and that kind of prevents people from like not learning certain things or not doing certain things because of that reason. So is there anything else you will say, like stay quiet and listen better? What else you think you will think you would change if you could go back to being a rookie?
I mean, if I was good or better like a lot of the others were, I would have helped others more, man. I ain't gonna lie. I love a lot of the B-boys out there, but ain't nobody back then wanted to help nobody with shit. Everybody was to themselves privately, whatever, and that's cool and shit. But you know what I mean? There ain't no reason you can't help and teach others stuff. That doesn't mean you're biting their shit. If you're teaching a kid windmills, what does that mean? Everybody had windmills. So he's still got to create his own style, his own flavor. So why not help teach others? But they didn't do that. I had to pick it up by watching, just seeing whatever. Then there was a few where you were teaching me, Ray was teaching me, Speedy would teach me a little, Mighty Mike, the guys from the clubs, you know what I mean? And, Chino, too, those are the guys, Jigs, all those guys, bro. Shout out to Jigs too.
Shout out to Jigs.
Yo, one thing I'll tell you, Jigs was for me one of my favorite all around b-boys for New York, and I think still is till today.
Okay,
Before
and
before that, it would have been Kenny. You know what I mean? At that time before era, but Jigs for me is, I feel like, a top all around b-boy for New York.
shout out to Jigs out there, man. Supreme Beings, man. One of the realest b-boys in New York City since I've known him forever. Shout out to him. Now you're in New York, you're traveling, you're doing shows with New York City Breakers, and you're doing things. I know you battled. I remember we did like this East Coast tour thing, and we were going
Yeah,
to different cities, and
that was
we'll
fun.
perform and we'll go to clubs and we'll bug out. Let me see if I find this is when we got to Florida, right?
Oh
That's one of
man,
the
yeah.
Florida ones right there. Look at that.
Wow, that's dope.
Wait, is that reverse in the bottom?
Yeah, he came.
That's right.
He came with us. Because I don't know what was going on at that time with them, but he kind of came over to with us for a little bit,
That's right. He did. He
and
did. Man, look
but
at me with my blowout. You got Ray, Speedy, Brian in the back. Shout out to Brian, B-Boy Savage.
yeah.
And look at you right there with the Ozone name buckle right there.
Yeah,
Super super dope. So you doing more shows and you're doing more events and more. Just you were involved with a lot of things, right?
yeah. No, I was. How do you say, riding the ride?
You were like,
Yeah,
hey, wherever this takes me, right?
yeah, bro. I was just going with it. To be honest with you, for me, it was more of you guys. I didn't care for, what I mean, anything else. It was about the vibe, man. It was just about the good time for me. You know what I mean? When we were going at that time, the battles were dope, but the times we had after the battles was super
Well,
fun,
of
bro.
course. We do the
Yeah.
battles, we do the shows, then we start going to different clubs in different areas. Man, we felt like celebrities.
Oh my
Like I
god.
remember that time, was it Sound Factory when we performed for La India?
Oh yeah.
Was this where was Sound Factory at? I forgot where.
I don't know what street exactly it was, but. We did.
Wait, was it Sound Factory or the Palladium? Because it was up in New Rochelle up there somewhere.
Oh, that was. Oh shit, I'm thinking something different. Yeah, that's Palladium. That was Palladium over there.
Palladium. And remember we showed up and there was like 2 hour line of people, and
I
then we
know.
show up in your truck. We get out and they open the red thing to us, and
Yeah.
everybody's like, "Who the hell are these guys?" And we all got the bandanas with the
Oh
spiky
yeah.
hair, looking like freaking. I don't even know what the hell we look like. What you call those little things in the beach? They
We
have
were the
the
we were the new version of the Backstreet Boys, bro.
the porcupine heads and stuff
Oh, I
walking
know.
in. And then I remember we ended up performing for La India, and dude, that we shut that club down. That was
Yeah,
crazy,
bro.
bro. Well,
Good
that
times.
was one of the times we shut it down, but that was some amazing, amazing times. So now you're involved in the culture now. When was it that you started learning about all the elements of hip hop? Like that you realized this is bigger than just a dance. When was it that that came to you?
Um, I'll be honest with you. I thought when I was at New York, by the time we about left to go to Florida, like I felt like nothing more of learning was coming about. And then when we hit Florida, and then we ended up, or maybe it was a little after when we went to Pro Am. That's when I took b-boying like another re jump start. It was like
Okay, okay.
it was like a re jump start. Like it was like it was dying out a little bit for me because maybe myself because I didn't feel like I was improving or whatever the way I was. But then when I went to Pro Am in 2000 or 2001, and I saw Benji and Baby and all these guys, and I've never seen any of that style before.
Is that the one that Abstract and Benji battled at each other?
That was 2000, I think.
Oh, that well, so you went to the second time Benji came back, right?
2001.
So was that when he came with Division Alpha, or was
Yeah,
that like
yeah, yeah.
okay with
Yo, the energy,
Juval?
yo, the best for me pro am ever, ever. The energy in that room, no difference in the first day at the tunnel.
Is
Hairs
that
were
when the
sticking up, bro.
which one was that one? Did I go out there with you? Because I know I did a pro am with you, and I went out there. Wait, we were living
We
in Florida
went
already.
we went to 2002. I think all of us, me, you, and Ray. But the first 2001, I think me and Ray went.
Is that the one that we met Jaromski in them 2002?
Yes,
That's the
we met
Jaromski and
Jerome
Twix and
Ski. Yeah, yes, Twix. Everybody was out there. Everybody. Oh man, Omar. Shout out to
but
Omar.
that's
Zone.
2002. That's the second time you went to proms, right?
Yeah, that was the second time. Omen was there. Yeah, there was because I actually got
Is
some
that
pictures of that.
the year you met DJ Lacey, or was that the year
Yes.
before?
No, I met DJ Lacey 2001, and
After.
we exchanged emails and stuff, and then he started like we were sharing music back and forth, and that's how I actually built my collection for music was from DJ Lacey. So shout out to that man right there. Passed away,
Rest in peace,
Lacey.
man. One of the best freaking
One of the
he
dopest DJs for b-boying the scene, like underground. I feel like he was for me, I felt like the starter of the new Raw,
yeah, like
Florida,
the new breaks and the funk, like
Yeah, it was just, I felt like a new change was coming. And it was like that time at Pro Am 2001 where I saw it. And that's even where I woke up. I saw Strive, I saw all these guys, and I was like, holy shit, they're so raw. For me, it was just a different style, different whatever. And I just was like, whoa. So I got drawn to it, and it just stayed. I wanted to stay out there.
now the year that you went in 2001, you said is that the year you met Benji?
2001, yeah.
Is right here? Boom.
Yeah, yeah. That's it right there.
2001 when you met Benji and what who he battled that year? Like who won that year? Like I can't really remember the whole
Well,
2001 pro am because I went to so many pro ams.
for me, that time, the ciphers were just for me 10 times better than the battles. It was so raw, and the energy and the vibe, yo. the screaming. Yo, it was ill. That's when I looked at B1 at a whole different perspective.
Is that the year you met Speedy Legs, or you already knew him?
No, that is actually, well, actually, no, hold on.
Because
No,
remember,
I met
1998 Back to Mecca happened, and not only that, B-Boy cage match in Skakey
yeah,
before 2001 Pro Am.
I met Speedy Legs way back. Everybody that Speedy knew, I met. Whether I remember a lot of their names now or not, sorry if I don't. But yeah, I met a lot of people, a lot of the older originals, you know. So yeah, but I
Shout
met
out to
Speedy Legs.
Speedy Legs for Pro Ams, man.
Oh, Speedy Legs changed the game with Pro Am for sure. That man changed the game.
Look at
Yo,
that
like I
man right
said,
there. Boom.
yep,
What's
that's
that
right
right there?
there.
When was that? 2001?
Yes, that should be 2001.
Yeah, man. Like such a
And
good
and he and
time,
he
man.
and he always, like, Speedy Legs always stayed in touch. He always showed love to us, because he knew we had a whole little Naples b-boy crew out there now, and we did some battles. We came down there and battled some of the dudes out there, and we were holding our ground, man. We repped the name for a long time. At least I know I did. I held it down, the club scene and everything, since 2007. It was like the
Yeah,
end for
man.
me.
You were representing New York City Breakers, that the last generation of them. Well, I don't know if
Yeah,
there is a generation now, but I'm gonna say the third generation New York City Breakers. Yeah, man. You definitely, definitely
yeah.
wore that shirt
I was always
everywhere I saw
loyal.
you. Everywhere I saw you, you were literally representing the New York City Breakers. In fact, sometimes I'll be like, dude, are you gonna wear that to the club, man? Like, you're like, yeah, man. New York City Breakers. I was like,
I
damn.
did. I
Like, I
did,
felt
bro.
weird. I was like, man, we're going to a club. What you doing? Like, so
And
now
and
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and I loved when we used to do it and go to the clubs and we'd see b-boys in the clubs, because I felt like I was more in my element, and I felt like nothing could stop me when I was there. That's how I understood how a lot of b-boys feel when they're in their battles, in that scene, part.
So 2001 in Pro Am, you start learning about the culture. You start learning about the scratching, the DJing, the MC battles, the panel discussions, history, like who's who. Look, that's you with track two there.
Yeah, yeah,
That's shout out to track two.
yeah.
He's the man right there, man. One of the pioneers. So you were around like all these cats,
Oh
and I
yeah.
know you were because I used to always see you in different places.
Shout
Like
out to K1.
yes,
K1.
shout
That's
out
my
to
brother right there.
K1, man. Shout out to K1. He's the man. He taught me a lot of stuff too. I'm gonna assume he probably guided you with certain things too, man, right?
Oh yeah. I used to
And
watch
look at
him.
that. Boom.
Oh man, my brother right there.
B-boy Omen.
That's the two pretty boys right there.
2000 is that 2001 Pro Am, right? Because I can see
That
Miami in the background. Yeah, that is
yeah,
because
it's
you have the
2001,
same
2000.
shirt.
Yeah. So unless it's 2002, bro. Unless that one's 2002, it could be.
It could it could be
You
because
know
I
what? I
remember.
think it is, because I just wasn't Rock's ready there, because we have a picture with all of us with. Sorry, Rock's right. Rock's right. He was
Yes,
there
we
too, I
do.
think.
You saw
Omar was
Sammy,
there.
Incredible
Yes.
Breakers.
Yep.
Sammy,
Shout out to
Incredible
Sammy.
Breakers. Wait, so wait, is that the year that we met Natasha and Brittany, the Bgirls from out here? Rest in peace, Brittany. She passed away this year. You remember it was Natasha and Brittany from Orlando,
Yeah.
they're B-Girls. We met them at the beach, and then their car got messed up, and we had to help them.
But it was
Was that
before.
the?
That was like before Pro Am. We have a whole nother story before Pro Am.
I'm just trying
we
to because we went to Miami so many times, but I'm just trying to
No,
picture.
but
I know
remember,
that we had
I was living with Josh for a while. Incredible Josh. Shout out to Josh. Yo, power
Incredible
guru,
Josh.
the guru of power. Yo,
That
Josh, I ain't gonna lie,
man.
yo, Superman. Him
Superman.
and Chino were my two top favorites, bro. Chino from Break Screw. Shout out to Chino.
Shout
My
out to
two,
Chino, but I'm gonna be real with you, man. In Power, nobody was touching my man.
yo,
Nobody
Josh.
was touching Incredible Josh in the '90s. Like
Yo, it
he
was
was
a
way ahead of his
blessing.
time.
It was a
Way
blessing that I
ahead of
could
his
even
time,
go to
bro.
those practices, bro. They never let anyone in those practices, but I was in those practices, bro. And yo, for me, it was just like sit back and eat some popcorn.
Yeah, look at
Yeah.
this. Look at this. Look at this right here. Boom.
Oh, there you go, bro. Yeah, see, that's when we were in Orlando. I was living with him at that time. I was crashing with him.
Look at that.
We were eating tuna sandwiches every day to try and stay fit.
Tuna sandwiches, that's the
Yeah.
trick.
Yeah, that's what we were eating back then. At least we thought that was the trick back then. That and jogging.
That
That's
is
all we did.
amazing. Because I know we had a lot of moments together at like
Oh yeah.
in Orlando and Naples. We went down to Fort Myers to chill. Look, boom. Where was that at? Incredible
That's at
Josh.
I believe that's at Candy's, isn't it? We were going there and then we'd go
Wait,
from
is that the
there.
one that we went to Tampa? We used to go to Tampa and then we're living.
No, because Flash, remember, I was living with you guys in Orlando. Remember, I was crashing from you guys places to place. At
That's
that
right.
point, I was out there for like 6 months, 5, 6 months. I stayed with Josh for a little bit. I
I'm
stayed
just
with
trying to think.
everybody.
I'm just trying to think
That's
who
when I
you
met
were.
Heps out there. That's when I met Heps in Orlando. I remember I went to his place. I met Cloud at that time. I met Venom at that time.
Because this is the one
Um,
in Pro-Am, right?
yeah,
The Twix. Shout
that's
out to Twix.
2002. Yeah,
Massive Monkeys.
Twix stayed with us in Fort Myers.
Yeah, man. We turned up there.
Yeah, that was fun. Oh my
I'm
god.
freaking
Yeah, he was flipping it. He was flipping. Remember the little 1 bedroom apartment, and there was like an
yes.
8 foot ceiling. There was no ceiling, and he's sitting there doing front flips.
Um
Yeah, Jeromski. Shout out to
look at
Jeromski, man.
shout out to Jeromski, man. Another dude.
Yeah,
That was another pretty boy back in the days there.
yeah, bro.
All the ladies were crazy about man. It was I used to always watch. I'd be like, man, look at these guys. It was really good times, man. Now I'm just
Yeah,
trying to think. I'm just trying to think of that time because I know we ended up doing even a commercial in New York for Nike. Do you remember that? Geronimo was there
yeah.
too.
Geronimo. Where was that? That was
Boom!
at
Look at it right there.
yeah. What club was that? A club, right? It was at a club.
Yeah, it was a Nike commercial at a club. I forgot where it
Yo, but
was, but
we did another commercial, didn't we? With
dude, I
Speedy.
look hilarious, huh?
Yeah, you're mad young there. Holy shit.
Look
Yeah,
how weird I look, bro. That's with no mustache, no beard, nothing. Because I remember Geronimo was like, go clean shaved. Go clean shaved. Because if you go clean shaved, they'll book you right away. And I'm like, they already booked us. He's like, nah, man, but it's for the next shoot. He's like, you never know because if they see you, they're like, oh, he knows what he's doing. I was like, all right. I'm like, I didn't even grow my beard back then. I always had that little
oh,
line,
yeah,
but I remember he told me to shave everything off.
that's
And
funny.
shout out to Geronimo, man. He's still doing it,
Yeah,
man. Geronimo's doing big things. The Brooklyn Zoo out there, the gym.
yeah, it's dope. That's what's up.
He's killing it out there, man. So yeah, so now you're in Tampa. I mean, you're in Fort Myers. And you're living out there. You came out here you will come out here to Orlando to train, like with skill methods.
Oh yeah, God, with you,
Look,
Josh,
look at look at look
yeah,
at Cloud and
Cloud,
you right there.
yeah, skinny there. Holy shit.
Yep, you and
Yeah,
Cloud, man. That's when everybody
yeah.
wanted to be like Cloud. Not
Shout out to
myself, but
Cloud.
shout out to Cloud. I
Shout
knew
out
so
to
many
Cloud.
people wanted to be like Cloud.
I
I'm
like
like, what
Cloud
the
because it
hell?
was funny. I like being around like people that like living and like laughing. You know what I mean? Because when you're around like a quiet life, where you're hovered in, it's like you want to be around that all the time. So I always try to like find that. You know, that's why I think we were all together all the time because we all wanted the same thing, just to live and be happy.
Yep, that was all. And I remember you trained with Flea too, with Flea Rock.
Yeah, Flea, Legacy. Um,
Look, you and Flea right there.
yeah. Shout out to Flea. Yo, that man is killing it right now. Oh my god.
Shout out to Flea Rock, man, the Style King.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's
bro.
crazy
I
because
love watching him get down, bro. It's so raw. He
I'm telling you,
like
you're like one of
he's
the
like
first Greek b-boys doing it.
I
You're
mean,
one of
if
the
you look
first
at it,
Greek b-boys, man.
if you look at the time period, I don't know, but I think Speedy Legs may know, or he said there was somebody he knew that was
From back in the
Greek.
days, like doing it up.
Yeah, he might. Yeah, I think he said something about that. But either way, don't matter.
But yeah, man, I remember like training all the time, doing shows all the time, all the like for talk to us about this right here, because I remember you went with Curtis Blow too. You were doing shows. Where was this at?
Um, I believe, not sure if that was Toledo, Ohio. I think that was Ohio.
Wow,
Um,
you remember it was Toledo, Ohio?
I think so, man.
Because
Dude,
I know.
we did so many shows, like for me to even remember which one was where, but certain shows stood out more than others. You know what I mean?
Because I
Toledo
know
always
this is
stuck
the
out.
same one as that one, right?
Go back to the other one.
That's that one, and then this is the other one. Wait, that's the first one that you seen, and then this is the same day, I believe. Or this is no, this is actually a different day. Yes, it was Ohio, because I remember I didn't go to that one with you guys.
Yeah,
I didn't
no,
do
there
that
was
show
it
with you
was funny
guys.
because certain ones I didn't go with you guys, and then certain ones I did. Like certain times I get pissed
I
off
think this is
about.
another show right here that you guys did. Or is it the same day in Ohio? Because I see you with the same hat. I think it's the same day.
It could be. We did at one time. We did two shows in one day that we had to fly out. We
Mm-hmm.
did one I remember in New York somewhere, and then we flew out to another place. We did it was nonstop, man. We were on the go. Even I was getting tired after a while, man.
Yeah, man. And I
I
remember
wasn't used
this
to
was
that, you know.
it was too like train, planes, automobiles, like the movie, like boom, boom, boom. And then you gotta go rehearsal, then back to a show, rehearsal, fly, back.
Yeah,
Then we go when I go clubbing too, because we were like, man, we gotta
yeah,
have fun, man.
yeah.
Like,
No, dude, I never wanted it to take time out of my personal life. I really didn't, and a lot of people know that because I took a lot of people to the clubs. Shit,
yeah,
I took Too Sweet and Chino out there back. Yeah, we it was a good time, bro. It was a good time.
yep. And we used to train together too at Roberto Clemente.
Oh yeah, dude. We even back then, like the stories
This
go
is, I
back
think,
with.
after the practice or before the practice. Look at this right there.
No, this is after. I remember that. I remember
That
that
was
day
after
too.
the practice, right?
That's when they had all the karate guys. They were doing flipping in there. They had a little
That's
runways
right.
stuff. Remember that? I
Damn, look
remember
at
that.
Tusu with the freaking jacket, man. He always had them dope ass. Is that a
Oh
North
yeah.
Face? Was a spider jacket?
I
I
like
just
I
had him on
like
the
Too
show. We were
Sweet.
talking about that.
I like Too Sweet because I always felt like Too Sweet was like the dad of the group. You know what I mean?
Shout
And
out to Too Sweet,
I
man.
respected him too because he's like around my age. So we were both the same age. You know, we were like the older, me, you, him. We're like the older of the groups. Everybody else was a little bit younger. We're actually raised my age, right, or a year younger.
I don't know, but I know I'm older than all of y'all. But the one that was older from the young, whatever you consider young,
A
it
Flash.
was
You don't
it
age,
was.
bro.
I don't, man. I
You
just
got that Greek Morocco in you, bro.
This is where the practice is right here. Remember that?
Oh shit, man! Look
That
at
was
that.
a
That's
Iggy's
serious,
practice.
right? That yeah.
Wasn't
That's
that wasn't that the
I
New York
remember that.
wait, what was it called? The Boys and Girls Club, the PAL, Athletic League. That's Iggy spot. That's when he used to do
Yeah,
jams. And we would train in that studio. I think
yeah,
that's Brian in the back. I think. Probably tired of
yeah,
doing power moves in the back. You got Bboy Serious in the front.
yeah. No, that's
Look
it,
at Ray.
but there was more people than that. They used to go there.
No, no, I know, but I'm saying that was actually us four were like the young generation of New York City Breakers, like the third generation. It
Yeah.
was us four.
Oh yeah, look at the
Brian
shirt.
as well.
You got the long sleeve on too.
Yes, yes. And I remember, I know we were all like, we were all traveling, and I know we were trying to build that third generation New York City Breakers.
Yeah,
And, you know, whatever happened, happened, but I know it was so freaking official, so dope. So amazing. Oh, this is a funny one right here. I saw this one. I was like, what the hell? With my brothers, Karate P
oh
and Jay, right
yeah.
here.
Oh yeah. Shout out to my boys right there.
Look
Oh
at
my god.
freaking look at Jay and Karate Pete with the that's with the Mitsubishi Spider, the convertible they had.
You know why they
Where
sold
the hell were
magnets?
you guys at?
We were right by his the karate gym. This his place.
Man, you
Because that
guys
was
are
right when we
freaking.
left. They
I
mad.
want to show you. I want to
They
take
were
you
mad.
back.
They were mad because the new pretty face came in town.
They're like, and he could break too. Damn.
Yeah, bro, they're mad.
So this right here. Tell me. I want to put this real quick right here.
Oh
Talk to
shit.
us about that right here.
That's Area 51. That was upstate New York. Man, we had a little run up there for a while, huh, Flash?
Yeah, man.
What we going
I,
almost a year straight to that place, or
dude,
at least.
that was
Oh my god!
amazing.
Wow, that's
Oh
old, man.
snap!
This was
What the
before,
hell?
yeah, but this was
Is it
before
everybody
Florida, right?
versus Ozone? Yeah, this is before Florida.
Uh, yo, I remember back then
Look
with
at
Brian.
Danny.
Yo, Brian back then was doing two L kick 90s into drilling into the 90s.
Yes, yes.
I got footage of that too somewhere. Yeah, look at that. That's Danny right there. Yeah, this is really old, man. This is like
Yeah, this is
before.
probably like 98.
I think that's when we all started like linking up with the
Wait,
upstate kids.
who's that?
He was from upstate, I think.
Yo, I thought that was Omar Zone.
No, 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 no.
Real quick, how he threw down. I was like, is that Omar?
Yeah, no, it was some kid out there upstate. They had
Also, the,
there was a lot of b-boys from upstate, like Brian and them. They had a crew going. They
oh,
had a
that's me
lot of
right
stuff.
there. Yeah, that's
Why you
so
cut that out?
funny.
Why you got to cut that one out, bro?
No. I'm trying to forward that. Take this guy out. I don't know that guy. There you go. I come in right now.
Yeah, I don't know where he even came from, but oh, okay.
Yeah, looks so funny.
Yeah, Houdini. That's Houdini right there.
Yeah, look at that. Still, I love them fedoras.
Oh
Oh,
my
damn! Look
god.
at that
Damn.
aerial.
Damn. All right, Flash.
Yeah, this is what you call performing for the
That's
girls.
that's when I started
This is performing for the girls, like trying to be all.
yeah.
I know by the way
But
I'm
I
throwing down.
remember at that time that's when I wanted to start picking up more top rock from you. I started asking you for the top rock.
Look at Brian Savage all over the
Yeah.
place. This guy's crazy.
Brian had the potential to be something even more ridiculous, but he was a wild boy, man.
Yeah,
God.
he was wild. I feel like he never took it serious, man.
Yeah, no.
Like he was so natural at everything. And
Because I feel it because of the judgmental, because everybody's so judgmental with it. So, and I feel like he took that shit in personal and he just didn't want to show himself.
look at you,
Oh
dude.
my God, that's it. Look, yeah, pop that shit.
I'm telling you, it's for the girls. I
Yeah,
already
but
know.
always,
We will
bro.
always- There
Always.
you go. We will perform like on stage, and everybody. I remember they used to announce us like Area 51 Breakers.
Yeah, man. Of course, bro. For me, I love seeing people enjoy the shit, man. When they enjoyed it, I enjoyed it even more.
It was pretty
Daniel.
dope, man.
That's Daniel's
It was
son.
official. Like we will. What days was this? Because I remember you pick me up. You drive all the way down to the city.
This is
Pick
before
us up.
Florida, though. This is
Drive
way
us all the
before.
way up. We would chill at your house. Then you chill at your house and all day, and then we'll go to the club at night. And then you drive me all the way back home. I'm like, damn, dude, you're a
Yeah, dude.
G.
Bro,
But look at this guy.
yo,
You already had little combos and stuff.
that just shows you what I would have done just to have a good time. Yo,
Oh, here we go again.
yeah, look at that shit.
Top
And
rock.
not to mention, why the hell were we dancing to this?
We didn't have no b-boy breaks or anything. We
I
had
know,
to
but out
dance
of
to
all the
whatever the
songs,
hell.
out of all the songs I pick, I told you, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
But those are amazing times, man. And it's one of those things that I always say, I was like, damn, if we could go back to that. And I remember doing what was that event? We did a show for, I believe. All right, I hope you guys are enjoying the show right now, but this is gonna really help me a lot if you guys subscribe, share it, post it. This is not only gonna help me, but it's gonna help the hip hop culture. So on that note, we're gonna carry on. We were the first b-boys to do a breaking show for the Museum of Arts in
Oh
the
yeah, yeah.
Bronx.
That was a
which I,
long
I
time
actually
ago.
have that. I have that footage right here. Look,
That was a long time ago.
look at that. Look at that. Yo, no root. We didn't practice anything. Speedy just
No, he
called
did
us
that on
up.
the fly, right? He did that on the fly. Didn't you come up with that on the fly? The routine.
Yeah, some
It was like a
routines like,
little
yo, do this. We didn't know what the hell we were doing. I'm like, yo, you really gonna do a show like this? He's like, don't worry about it,
man.
man.
Speedy used to frustrate the shit out of me, bro.
Look at this shit. Look at that. And that was from Break Show.
Oh yeah.
Speedy was like, yo, do the Break Show routine. Fuck it. I said, all right. I was
I
like,
know,
yo, you
like
guys
I'm
still
like
there?
watching. I'm like watching you right now. Like what you do?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh snap! New York City Breakers. Yeah, this is crazy.
Oh my
Look,
god, this is
we
funny.
don't even know what's going on. I
Bro,
knew, I
I
knew the
already know.
song.
I can see because I keep looking at you or Ray.
What year was this? This is like
Dude,
2002, right?
I think before that.
Yeah. Look, Speedy just keeps looking back. Oh my god, what a disaster!
I know, bro. That's funny.
The solos are always gonna be good, but still. Oh, I remember you did the
We,
crazy ass hollow back here.
I don't even remember after this.
I remember that. Here you go, Speedy. Yeah, that's all it takes.
Hey, crash.
This is when Speedy started like he started like already losing it. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
yeah, you're messing up a lot, Speedy now, because the ones that were training a lot was us. Look at Ray, bro.
Ray, the funny thing with Ray is Ray didn't even have to be good. His character beat everyone.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, yeah, he didn't have to do anything crazy. Just he'd make a funny face after, and then the move became legit.
Oh, here we go. Oh, the knee master,
Nice.
dude. That
That's
move is
good.
pretty dope. That's pretty cool. Oh, there you go. Damn, brother. You can still do that, oh? I think you could do it if you train it again, man.
Man,
Look at that. It's Petey, man. Yeah. He's already tired. I already know he's tired, bro. Oh. I think you come back out one more time. Oh, oh,
oh shit, damn,
yeah, I
man,
remember
right? Yeah,
that.
I ain't gonna lie, you guys used to flip a lot.
Yeah, I used to flip like
Yeah,
crazy.
you remember we remember in Florida when we used to go to that water park and you guys were flipping off the boards, the diving boards.
Yeah, man. Oh shit. Yeah, why you came out like that?
Yeah, I came
So
out with the
much
thunder.
energy, bro. Oh snap. I think you wait. Oh, you're about to go do
I think
something
I was
crazy.
about to do something. I don't remember what the fuck.
The handstand. There you go.
Oh
Bam.
yeah,
Bro, you didn't have a back.
yeah, no, I don't
Out,
today.
yo, this is.
Oh my god.
Oh snap!
But it's funny though because a lot of this shit was on the fly, man.
Damn.
A lot of this is on the fly.
Uh oh. Here
You
we
guys
go.
are
Here we go.
you guys are doing like previous routines that you had in the past to see.
Yeah, for real. Of course. Look at
Oh yeah, I
this,
remember
dude.
this. That I remember.
The infamous freaking helicopter.
Oh, oh shit! Let's go.
I remember. I was like, what the hell did I stop?
You got cut off. You're like,
Yeah, I got
damn.
caught on,
You're
boo.
like, damn. I didn't get to go down.
I completely forgot about that. Yeah. Freaking Museum of the Bronx or the Bronx Museum. I don't know. I forgot the
Yeah.
name of it. But yeah, man. So carrying on, carrying on. I have a question. In the state of the current state of hip hop culture, what is something you would like to change?
In the b-boy culture or hip hop culture?
Though everything, everything, just the culture itself, because culture is pretty big.
Um, I think they need to like level down with the shit they expose on these videos. You know what I mean? Some shit's cool, but some shit is just a little bit out there. Um, and just they got to do more for the communities, man. That's where it comes from. If you don't pay back, nothing moves forward. It's
Mm-hmm.
a circle of life, brother. You know what I mean? If you get rich, you got to help someone. Period. You didn't get that way for nothing. Even though you push yourself more than another, they don't know how to. Some people don't know how. I think a lot of b-boys today are stuck. That they don't know what to do for themselves because they don't realize if they took the same drive they did in training in their b-boying and stuck that into
Mm-hmm.
a job or something they want to do, yo, money will never stop. Never. It's all on you. It's always on you. We just got brought up where we're too cared for. So we want it handed to us. We expect it. And people just got to take that expectation out and just start doing. Don't talk, just do it. That's it.
So mostly it's all this talking and not doing that much. Basically, you're saying the hip hop culture needs to be more proactive
Yeah.
and do its thing. Like, is there anything else you see in the culture that you like that you would like to change that you kind of not feeling right about?
There's no respect level. The respect for the cultures with each other. Everybody is on edge with each other. I don't see the young respecting any of the older generation. It's cool, but really they shouldn't have to. You know what I mean? They should be able to respect who they want to respect. And what I see the problem is they're respecting a lot of us more from what I seeing at events. I've been to a few events lately, and these kids are running up to me, trying to know who I am. But I don't see them running up to any of the older gens. Why? Because of their pride. They got to let that shit go. Teach, show, give, love. That's all you got to do. That's all you need to do. But those kids, they will go and ask for help, but they got to see something back in return. They don't know who you are. You're a blim to them. But we actually set the pay for that gen. That's why I feel we're getting more of the respect than they are. So, just do what's right and that's it, man.
So
Life
now,
goes
what
on.
what is something you could contribute to the culture to make it better?
Something I can contribute.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if anyone has any questions, want to talk, whatever, or feeling down about themselves, a lot of people know I've talked to a lot of b-boys and gotten them out of the slums, not by giving them money, but by giving motivation, showing them that there's other things in life and there's better things in life, but they don't believe it because the support they have is shit. So if you actually supported more to people and show your success and help them to push them, more good comes out of it. So, you know, I can help anyone if if they don't know what to do or whatever and want to get out of anything, I can talk to anybody. I'm really good with talking to people, especially on a one-on-one level, and I'm there anytime.
Dope, dope. Now, what do you how you feel? What's your opinion on breaking going to the Olympics? Like, how you feel about that?
I think it should have won a long time ago. I mean, people are getting upset about it. People are happy about it. There's no reason to get upset about it. It's just another part, another chapter, something else to happen. So why not? That's what we wanted, right? Isn't that what the purpose was? To grow? Isn't that what we do this for? Or do we live life for ourselves, and don't grow? This is why we're so advanced because you have to do these things to grow. So, you know, um, I think that the level that it's going to be at is going to be incredible. I think there's a lot to do to get it that way, but support it. Nothing but good can come from it. Support it. That's it.
Dope, dope, dope. Now, the fact that you see that's going to the Olympics, do you have a fear that it might not go, or do you think somebody's going to screw it up? It's not going to get there. How you feel about that?
It's going to get worse before it gets better, my friend. It's the way it always is. It's got to go through its, you got to climb up the ladder in steps. And if everybody just takes a step back from the greed and leave the money part alone, if you chase money, money will never come. Do it for the love, the money will come. But if you're going to do it just for the greed, it's never going to go anywhere. It's going to keep, you're going to keep crashing with everybody. Everybody needs to group together, show love to each other, and make it happen. We can all make it happen. We really could. We're the people. We don't
Mm-hmm.
need a paper. We don't need a paper. Whatever. We're the people. We can make it happen if we want to make it happen. But it's a problem when you have half that want to make it happen, and then the other half want to do it for the greed part and to get their name out there. It's a crap, man. Just remember this:
Absolutely.
100 years from now, we'll be lucky if we're remembered again. So, do it for the next generation. That's the purpose of this. Your kids, or if it's someone else's kids, do it for the next gen. Grow it so big that at least you have a purpose in your life to say, look what we did.
That's good.
Sure,
That's good. Now, I know earlier you said that there is disrespect towards the elders or whatever, but do you feel that there's a lack of respect for the elders in the hip hop culture?
Yeah, I mean, I could see that, there's nobody's respecting either or, you know what I mean? Everybody just, I think it comes with the whole B-boy part of the toughness and people used to look at me like, oh, why you got such a hard face? It's not the hard face. Like when I'm in that environment scene, that's my, like that's my shit. That's just me, you know, and so otherwise, but um just open up more. People so sheltered and they want to hold everything in and die with what they just open up, man. Open your life, open yourself up to people. What do you have to lose regardless? Nothing. They're gonna know you for a minute, maybe forget you tomorrow. But if you open up, things shit can happen. You know, I don't know.
It might be different, right? Like if you open up,
uh,
it might
I,
be a
I
better outcome to it.
I think so. You know what I mean? It's just people are so sheltered within themselves. Like, I don't. He want to know what. You know what I mean? Who cares? And when it all boils down to who cares, they're just words. It's just words. Everybody can say this or that. It doesn't mean it's true.
That's true. Now, what is something people seem to misunderstand about you? Like,
Um,
try to think of what you think.
I mean, probably because depending where I'm at or how I'm feeling, I always have sometimes a hard look on my face. So people will take that and think I'm pissed, or the way I talk, sometimes people think I'm angry with them or I'm mad at them because I'm Greek. We talk loud, we talk aggressive. But it's all love. It's like we teach. That's just born in us is to teach. So when we teach, it's like, we're teaching like with the way we are with our expressions. So, but I'll be honest with you, bro. I back then I used to care at what people thought. And then when you have kids and you get divorced and life moves on, you start to realize none of that shit matters at all, bro. None of it. So,
Okay, okay, okay. Now, do you feel that people just don't get you because they don't give you the chance of getting to know you?
they don't get me because I don't let them get me. I don't let certain people get me. Why? I don't need to. I don't, I'll let the people get me, the ones that show me that same energy back. That's why I'm friends with certain people because they open up to me, so I open up to them. I don't want a half sheltered person in my life. Sorry, you know what I mean? Otherwise, I can't trust you. So it's like if you're an open person like I am, I'm gonna click with you like this because you know what I mean. There's no reason to lie about nothing. What do you have to lie for? Nothing. So open up and life's easy.
Now, are you seeing yourself probably getting back into training, b-boying? I know you during the pandemic and the past 2 years, you've been getting it in and doing little exercises here, little workouts there. I will show you one of them that I was like, yeah, my man is still
Um,
doing his floats.
I was
I was
200.
like,
I was 220 pounds here.
yeah, and I'm like, yo, look at this guy still going. When was this? When was
That
that one?
was that was like the beginning of COVID. That was in the beginning of COVID.
Wow.
I was really overweight and I started cutting. Yeah, when you get fat, you don't realize that shit. You don't realize it. You just look at yourself like, yeah, yeah, yeah. But until you start seeing the pictures and like I start going back and I'm like, oh wow, like yeah,
or you start throwing down, you realize you can't lift yourself up like before, right?
oh man, like people don't realize this. I've been dancing with a broken wrist for like 30 years. For oh no, I'm sorry, about 27 years, and a lot of people didn't know that. So it has been a
Man.
challenge my whole life to dance and be on my other hand because if I would, I would have been a 10-time different b-boy. But I accepted what I did and I still made the love that I loved for it and did it with the pain and suffering because I loved it, man.
Now, you see yourself training. Do you see like an inspiration for yourself, or do you, if you're gonna start training again, is it for the kids, or do you think it's just the love for it that you're like something you will never quit?
Um, right now, I am gonna start training again, but I'm probably doing it more for my kids this time because now my kids are seeing more of me with the dancing, and things are popping up online now and whatever, and now they're getting more interest back into it. So um, I'd like to get them ready. Just
And I know you were coaching like the kids too. You were training
oh,
them like
I
in the
had a good
baseball.
I had a good 30 kids, 30, 40 kids that basically what I was doing was on the travel baseball leagues. These are like high level teams. I was taking the kids and doing b-boy exercises with them, like real like or art exercises, not just mechanical shit that baseball kids learn. I was
Yeah.
giving them the stuff that we like were nonstop, like pop, 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 pop. These kids all became like super studs because they've never been around that level of high intensity. They just haven't, and they loved it. They loved it. So it's like it works. There's a lot of things you can do and share in this culture with people. You know, don't think older people don't like it. They wish a lot of I've had customers tell me they wish they could have had my life. You know what I mean? Because they, the dance, like when they hear about the dancing and the clubs, and then in the shows, and like that's a dream for people. It's a dream. We were very
They
lucky.
won't.
We
They
we
won't
were all
believe that
fortunate.
that's for real. They won't believe that they will never in their mind could think that they could be doing that ever.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Now, this is one of the clips I want to show you from back then. Where was this at?
I was a party, and I was doing a bar mitzvah
Man, you were
for
out there,
John.
bro. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
could tell. I could tell the inspiration of Mighty Mike because yo, he would do the same thing.
bro. I
Man,
absolutely loved Mighty Mike's headspins, bro. I the best bicycle headspins, bro. And he was so fast, dude. I was always into the b-boys that had the speed, like the speed power. That's why, like Josh, I was like, holy shit, man. It's like I had a whole
Jo-
flag. Everybody back up, back up, back up.
Josh was one of them, man. That he would
Yo,
just freaking
we got to do so many
go
parties there
in,
with
man.
Josh
That,
too.
that
All
dude
the
would
parties we did.
fly.
Yo, all those parties we did Flash with Josh. Oh my god. And every one of them, we were
Really,
like,
really good party.
oh, Josh, do this, that, this, that, this. We were like trying to tell him what to do, just to change up or something.
Yeah, man, that dude will fly. And I remember that will be our fan. He remember who would be like,
Yo,
he'll be our fan. That's our,
one
and
of the
I know. Yeah, go ahead.
one of the dopest powerhead b-boys, bro. I don't give a shit what anyone says. That man right there set bars, big time, bro. He set levels that nobody could do.
Now, if you could be remembered for one thing, what would it be?
My heart, brother. My heart. That's what everybody's going to remember me for. It's the person I am because I'm an open person and I wear my heart on my sleeve. That's what people are going to know me for. Nothing more. I don't need them to know me for a dance or for this or that. Just to know that I was a good person, bro. I was good to people. And if I wasn't good to you, trust me, there was good reason not to be. You know what I mean? So that's just what it is.
Okay, okay, that's a good one. Now, we're here to the end of the show, my brother. So this is what I want to do right now. I'm gonna give you your own screen, and you're gonna tell everybody what you're up to these days. Where can people find you online to book you for any of the home remodeling? You know what I'm saying? Like turn their house, pimp the houses because that's your business. And I want you to just describe everything. And there you go, my brother. Take it away.
So right now, I'm just basically catching up back on life. Was recently divorced, so just trying to be right by my kids, do what's best for them, and you know, catch up, get my work back and forward. But right now, I'm doing a lot of remodels and renos here in Naples. Um,
Don't worry about it. Where can they catch you?
that's the thing; they can't, bro.
They can.
That's the thing. They can't, bro. They can't. No,
Okay,
on the
okay.
reality of it, and it's funny. That part you can keep, bro. But no, no. The reality of it is, unless I blasted my number, bro, I don't do websites. I don't do. You know what I mean? I'm not a social media fanatic because I'm. You know what I mean? I'm just coming back.
at least,
Let's
at
do
least an email.
that.
At least an email for
All right. So the
somebody to be
email,
like,
if Ithaca Repairs, ITHACA repairs REPAIRS at gmail.com. You can send me an email there, and then we can move forward from there. But anything, if it's a remodel, reno, or if you need help with anything, just let me know. If I can be of help, I'll help. If I can get you a deal on material, I'll do whatever I can for you guys. Anybody.
cool, cool, cool. Any shout outs to anyone out there you want to give?
Yeah.
Talk
All
like, just think, brother.
right.
Anything.
So first off, shout out to DJ D-Lo. I know you remember Dwayne from
Mm-hmm.
Nyack. Dope DJ, hip hop DJ. That's underground DJ that a lot of people don't even know. There's so many people out there that a lot of people don't even know that are so talented. Shout out to Rob G. Um, my boy Ray. Been through a lot of shit,
That's Ray
but
Mysterio,
Ray
aka
Mysterio,
Bambino.
we've been through the thick and thin. All of us, me, you, and Flash. And I'm glad we're all back again to start a new chapter and move forward and forget about a lot of the bullshit in the past. And I got a lot of love for you two guys, bro. Probably two of my best friends. So much love to you guys. Shout out to Speedy D for putting me onto the NYCB. Shout out to London, Chino, um, my boy Josh, Incredible Josh, my boy Chino from Grace Fruit, Two Sweet Jigs, Tony Bones, especially. You need to get Tony Bones up on here. That man,
Yeah, I already hit him up. He'll be
yo,
on here.
Tony Bones, I stay with him. That man helped train me shit too. Like, I have mad love for him.
Tony
Um,
Bones.
Yo, shout out to Jesus, my brother, bro.
Oh
I
man,
I
rest in
love
peace,
and miss Jesus,
Jesus.
one of the dopest all around dancers you could find, even know, and good hearted, bro. Yo, back then the shit he was doing didn't exist. Head spin glides, head spin glides, head spin glides. Yo, people don't even understand the creations that were back then.
I just mentioned that
Uh,
when I was talking to Ray about his husbands. That
yeah,
was crazy.
quick step. Um, My God, bro. There's so many people, that I don't know if I said Jigs. Jigs, my brother, yo. Yeah, man.
And it's
Mad
all
love
good
for
if we
everyone out there.
remember
It's
everyone.
yo.
It's kind of hard to
I'm off the
remember
fly. I'm
everyone.
off the fly right now, but I have a lot of love for people out there, and they know who they are. So you know what I mean. And if I ever did something in a way that you thought I was mad at you, I was never. Just that was just the way it was, at the time. Shout out to Kid Glide. Um, Man, bro,
So
everybody,
many heads, right?
speedy legs, everyone, everyone,
Yeah,
you
and
know
now
what it is,
remember,
bro.
we can do a part two, but ladies and gentlemen, I go by the name of Flashback. I got my brother there, B-Boy Ozone, third generation of the legendary New York City Breakers. This is Flash Talk, history worth listening to, and we out of here, y'all. Peace out.